Hello Ramen Nation, Chris Cobain here bringing you guys XRL, the Ramen League, Week 5 Pokemon of the Week. So, it's Week 5. We're almost halfway through the regular season now. I believe we have 12 weeks, so next week will be the halfway point. Teams' records are really starting to fill out. We're starting to get to see who's starting to really dominate the league or do the best, and we're starting to see a trend kind of in how the Pokemon of the Week videos are going. They kind of all end up being pretty similar in that there are multiple Pokemon who put in tons of work to make the list, and then there's your straight up heat, and of course there's the coaches that have made an impact on this the most, making it pretty consistently. And this one, we start out, as you guys may see, with a pretty consistent one already. So, starting off at number 5 this week, we have Geodude. Now, a couple weeks ago, Geodude made number 1 on this list for his work in a match, killing a Hitmontop with Choice Banded Explosion. Now, I felt like it would be unfair to make him a staple on this for just doing stuff, and I certainly wouldn't make him number 1 again unless he really deserved it. But I couldn't ignore him this week. So let's go ahead and take a look at him. It's Aura Guardian, his Harrisburg Heat Trans, his boy Geodude. Now, last time he was Bandit. This time it is actually the Ground DMZ, Obviously Sturdy, Adamant, Max HG, Max Attacks, and 4 Defense, and he's running Stone to Superpower, Earthquake, and Explosion. So I think the same moveset as last time, except it's Superpower instead of Counter. The reason that Geodude's on this week is not only because he is as heat as possible, being a Z Captain Geodude just like last time, but this time, he got 1 kill, just like last time, but it was Mega Slowbro, which is the whole point of him being on this list. This Geodude actually got the kill on Mega Slowbro. Now, he didn't do a massive chunk of damage to him. I think it was actually somewhere close to 30% with Z Earthquake, but he probably could have done more than that. I didn't actually run the calc, but I'm sure it did a pretty decent chunk even so. But when you're a Geodude and you kill... First of all, you have the heat enough to bring the Z move on Geodude, and then you kill one of literally the most bulky, physically defensive Pokemon on the planet, and not to mention one that you have a type disadvantage against. You gotta. He had to. So we're gonna put him at number 5 this week. I don't know if he'll make the list again. Maybe if he puts in a bunch of work, or maybe if he kills something else ridiculous. But for killing Mega Slowbro of all things, you couldn't ignore it. He had to be on the list. So congratulations. Aura actually won the match as well, I believe, as the final Pokemon on the opposing side was like a Choice Banded something. I don't remember what it was. I can't remember what it was, actually. It was Choice Banded something. I want to say, and maybe it was Arcanine, actually. Maybe Arcanine, because I'm thinking like a fire type with E-Speed, but I know it wasn't Entei, so probably Arcanine then. But either way, he got the kill, got the win, and deserved to be on the list for that. Coming in at number 4 this week, we have somebody that I mentioned on the Game of the Week video. I told you guys this would be making it. It's going to be Mega Aldino, I believe, making its debut on Pokemon Week for Carly and her 3-minute Absols, the back-to-back Pokemon of the Week winner, or Game of the Week winner, I should say. So Aldino, looking at it, is just going to be obviously Aldenite, Bold. Regenerator actually transforms into Healer, obviously, when it Megas. 252 HP, 252 defense, 4 special attack, so it's running that full-on defensive set. Calm Mind, Wish, Draining Kiss, and Flamethrower. So again, the heat here, not really there. It's running a pretty basic set with the Wish and the Calm Minding. The reason it makes the list this week is because if you guys watch Game of the Week, which if you haven't, you really should, is that it was able to eat a +2 Iron Tail from Zygarde 50%. While it was only, I think it was only at like 80% when it took it, lived in red health and was able to counter back and kill Zygarde with the Draining Kiss to win her the game and maintain her undefeated season. So last week, also in the Game of the Week, we watched this thing take a Z Iron Tail, which is why its nickname was actually Z Iron Tail LOL this week. We watched it eat a Z Iron Tail from Gramble, and this week it eats a +2 Iron Tail from Zygarde 50 and is able to win the game for Carly and maintain her undefeated season. Definitely deserved a spot on the list for that. It doesn't get much more performance heavy than that one. Even if it only picked up the 1 kill and didn't do much else the rest of the match without it, she would have certainly lost and going up against what was a 2-time Dragon Dance Zygarde 50, and being able to keep her season undefeated for the time being. So definitely deserves a spot on the list. And stop thinking Aldino's a bad, or Mega Aldino anyway, is a bad Pokemon. It's not, I promise. Coming in number 3 this week, we have pretty much a toss-up. Number 3, number 2 are pretty similar, so it doesn't really matter which spot they're on the list. They're both pretty much the same, but we're starting off with Carlo and his Test Side Tortugas, I believe, making his Pokemon of the Week debut. And he is going with his Landorus Eye. Remember, Landorus Eye was legal in the XRL, but only in his Sand Force ability. Was not allowed to run Sheer Force, similar to Greninja and Blazing and being allowed in their Protean or not their Protean, and their Torrent and Blaze abilities respectively. He's allowed for Sand Force. Carlo does have a pretty good Sand team as well. But his Landorus Eye, Flying MZ, Jolly, Sand Force, Max Attack, Max Speed, Force Special Defensive Running, Fly, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and U-Turn. Landorus went in this week for 4 kills, giving Carlo the victory by just pretty much clean sweeping his opponent with relative ease. What's even more impressive, actually, is that he wasn't running any setup, which obviously Landorus I and T both are very well known for their setup prowess, but this one did not have to run that, was able to utilize the incredibly broken ability of Z-Fly. So many Pokemon benefit from this, including our number 2 actually as well. To be able to utilize a otherwise completely useless Fly stab, or Fly typing stab, and hit that Z-Fly for tons of damage. He was able just to utilize that along with his Earthquake and his fast momentum using with U-Turn to pick up 4 kills and grant Carlo a pretty simple win. And for that, I felt like it was fair to put Landorus on the list as well. So, jumping into number 2, very, very, very similar in a lot of ways. It's going to be Connor and the Miami Mimikyus and his Dragonite. And again, Flynium Z, just so useful. Dragonite has really no use of its flying stab outside of Hurricane when you're running to run that kind of thing. But with the ability to run Z-Fly, changes the game so much. So Dragonite running that Flying MZ, Adamant, Multi-Scale, 4 HP, and then Max Attack, Max Speed, running Fly, Dragon Dance, Earthquake, and Ice Punch. So very, very, very similar. A very basic set, just like Landorus was. But again, able to utilize Dragon Dance and that Z-Fly to pick up another 4 kills for Connor this week. The first time the Dragonite has really been able to go out and do work in this season. He's brought it in every match, and it's always served some kind of purpose, but it's never actually been able to put in a bunch of work. And this week it was able to pick up 4 for the first time. You know, doing the bulk of carrying the bulk of his team for this week, and able to pick up the 4 kills with Dragonite and grant himself a victory. So well done to Connor. And this was a really good game, and Dragonite put in a lot of work. So definitely deserved number 2. Well, number 2 or number 3. I pretty much just flipped a coin to determine which one was which, because they are both pretty much the same thing to me. So, and that will lead us to number 1, which may be the best number 1 we've had all season, to be honest with you. It's my boy Reiki. I don't know if this is his debut. I feel like he made he was in week 1 at some point on Pokemon of the Week. But either way, him and his Istanbul Grambles. Number 1 this week is Latios, running Steelium Z Steel Wing on a Dragon Dancing set. So, Dragon Dance itself, it's running 252 attack and 250 speed, obviously. Dragon Dance itself on Lati is not too crazy. It's definitely not as common as just a Calm Mind or a full especially offensive set, obviously, but man, Dragon Dance is rare. It's definitely it's something that you don't see as much as its other sets, and for him to be running Steelium Z and Steel Wing was so cool. And to boot, he picks up 4 kills just like Dragonite, and just like Landorus I, he picks up the 4 kills utilizing that Steel Wing to perfection, allowing him to actually one-shot a Mega Aerodactyl with Steel Wing, and then finish off the game with some Earthquakes. Man, I believe he killed Infernape with Earthquake after Dragon Dance as well. And thanks to his ability to run that Steel Wing, he killed a Fairy. I can't recall what the Fairy was, but I know he killed a Fairy with the base Steel Wing, and then used Z Steel Wing to kill off Mega Aerodactyl and pick up a win over division rival Sebastian. So, hell of a game. It was a hell of a moment, too. It was literally the first game we watched in the recap stream this week. So as soon as the match was over, it's like, man, I think we have our number one Pokemon of the week. And well, a bunch of other Pokemon put in a lot of work, but nothing was really able to outdo Lottie. Quick shout out, by the way, to Devin and the Tampa Bay Turtwigs and his Mega Steelix, which got screwed. That may have ended up on number one. He was running a Rest Talk Curse. I guess it would have been Gyro Ball. Or no, I think it was actually Heavy Slam on Mega Steelix that should have ended up picking up 3 or 4 kills at the end and winning the game by outstalling I believe, a Choice Banded Azumarill spamming Waterfall because it set its curse up. But Sleep Talk played really, really rude. He Sleep Talked like 10 times and only got his offensive move once. And then ended up getting flinched by Waterfall a couple of times and then crit by Waterfall. And Devin ended up losing the game 2-0 thanks to it. If he would have went in and got all the kills that he should have gotten if RNG wasn't a jerk, it may have been number one or at the very least number two on this list. But he did get screwed out of it. Props to Devin for running it though. I wish it would have. We were all sad when it died, but he gets a shout. A special mention to my boy Devin and his Mega Steelix set. Hopefully he can make the list some other time because I know you got other crazy plans with him. So Lottie is number one. Congrats to Reiki. Phenomenal set, dude. Phenomenal game. Thank you for letting me witness it. It was a very cool moment on the stream. That is it for this one, you guys. Thank you again for watching. I do appreciate it. Of course, next video comes out on Wednesday as we check out Game of the Week for week numero 6 as we go halfway through the regular season. If you guys want to watch all these matches live and see these sets as they are revealed, make sure you guys check out the Twitch stream over at twitch.tv/xChrisCommand where we watch every match from every week starting at 1 o'clock every Sunday. So make sure you guys stop by and check them out if you are at all interested. Thank you again for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you guys for Game of the Week in Week 6, all right? All right, peace, Ramen Nation. See you next time.